Good morning to all. Welcome to e-learning class. This is M. Visalakshi and Professor R. Sudha, Assistant Professor, Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering in Thandai Periyar Government Institute of Technology. In this video lecture, we are going to see the introduction of static relays and different type of relays, numerical relay protection. What are the schemes in static and numerical relays present? So, static relay, mainly this relay which do not use the moving part and solid state electronic components such as diode, transistors. Its a tripping circuit may be a electromagnetic or electronic. So some of the components in this relay are comparator, level detector, zero crossing detectors. So these are the some relays used to design the static relay. So this is our block diagram for static relay, an input circuit that measures the value of desired property, and comparator circuit which compares the measured value to the preset threshold value. So this is our circuit block diagram of static relay. So here these are the components represented, whether it may be a CT or PT secondary, auxiliary windings primary or secondary, rectifier, relay maturing circuit, amplifier, output devices, and it is your trip circuit. So here the time delay circuit which controls the timing of switch action after the input has reached the preset value, and the supply for the static relay circuits. Output of this unit is amplified using your amplifier, and this is given to the output which energizes the tripping coil when the relay operates. Some of the advantages of static relay are moving parts, actual tripping circuit, and in control circuit power consumption is low, resetting time can be reduced, and overshoots also can be reduced due to the mechanical inertia. Testings and servicing are simplified. So these are some of the static relays and its advantages of using your static relay. Coming to the numerical relay, these are the form of static as well as your electromagnetic relay, and this is used for measuring the electrical parameters in electrical network and then convert them into numerical data which undergoes some mathematical and logical analysis to decide the tripping of an electrical network. So before, for static relay we have just compared with your electronic components and detectors. For this numerical relay, this is fully of electrical and mathematical and logic analysis are to be deducted or going to be converted. This relay or programmable relay where characteristics and it can be programmed. The main purpose of this relay is to protect the electrical network from the fault current which we can't expect the fault. Some of the characteristics of numerical relay are high availability even with less maintenance during integral self-monitoring, high measuring accuracy due to the digital filtering and measuring algorithms, and also due to fully numerical processing, many integrated functions, for example load monitoring, event or fault recordings, and local operation keypad and display designed to modern ergonomic criteria, means menu driven interfaces. So this is our block diagram of a numerical relay. So as we all told that based on your electronics and electrical. So this is my input signal and it is converting the analog to surge filters, different filters anti-aliasing, analog to digital sample hold, and algorithm processor is here, and here it will be to the digital output and it will check the preset threshold value, and here is our relay output. So this is my supply given to the both analog input system as well as to the digital output systems. So here I am just applying the voltage at 110 voltage or 50 voltage, and current may be a 5 amps or 1 amps. So this signals will converting to the voltage signal, and all the signals are filtered using anti-aliasing filter, which you have saw in your block diagram. And battery is to variation depending on the state of charge. Power supply is incorporated in relay to provide the regulated and constant power rails for the relay electronics. So these are all based on some of the logic, actuating parameters, applications, characteristics. So we can see one by one. So based on the actuating logic, based on the logic, it may be a overcurrent or earth fault, directional overcurrent, differential, under or over voltage, and distance relays. Based on the parameters, current, voltage, frequency, power. Based on the application, protection means primary and backup protection may be based on the numerical. So based on characteristics, instantaneous relay and definite time relay. Instantaneous relay, it is activating the tripping immediately after the occurrence of fault. So if there is any fault, it just activate the tripping and there will be no time delay. For definite time relay, it is activated only if the fault remains until a particular time is there. So definite time relay represents when if the fault remains activated only the specified time is there. For instantaneous relay, it will just activate the tripping circuit immediately after the occurrence when the fault occurred, and there will be no time delay. Okay, so this is your block diagram for this no voltage and when voltage is applied. Okay, so SPDT relay working is there. And inverse time relay with a definite minimum time, IDMT. This is mostly used in transmission line. If the line current exceeds the safe value, circuit breaker gets triggered. And the last one is voltage restrained over current relay. So this is activated only if both the voltage, under voltage and over current conditions occurs at the same time. That time this process is required. So voltage restrained over current relay. So these are some of the numerical relays present in the apparatus protection scheme. One is based on the logic, based on the parameters, based on the application, based on the characteristics. It is subdivided. And a static relay, it is mainly based on your circuit. Okay, so static relay means it just waiting the protection schemes of the transmission lines. So these are the static relay and some of the characteristics represented here. So input element, some of the measuring elements, and how it is performing the critical measuring functions. So these, and also for output element. Okay, so these are the concepts. When I am comparing the static and electromagnetic relay, so here the electromagnetic relay use the moving part, means armature, disc, etc. These are robust and highly reliable. So this is subjected to the differential force under fault conditions, and it is required to set off small contact caps, special bearing arrangements, clutch assemblies, etc. So there is a lot of manufacturing difficulties and problems related to the mechanical stability associated with the electromagnetic relay. So coming to the static relay, using transistors and transistor relays. So transistor used as an amplifying device as well as a switching device. So this functional characteristics as per the requirement can be obtained by the static relay. So transistor circuit can perform the functions like summation, integration, comparison, etc. So why this is what we are purpose of using the static relay. Also some advantages are they present in the static relays. Power consumption will be low, response will be very quick, as it is a moving part are absent, so minimum maintenance are required. No bearing frictions or contact troubles exist, and the testing and servicing can be limited. Some limitations are given for static relays are the characteristics, that is we are using electronic components, So transistor, diodes are temperature dependent. But real relay characteristics vary with the temperature and aging. So this relay have low short time overload capacity comparing with the electromagnetic relay. So these are the comparing of electromagnetic relay, static relay and numerical relays. Thank you for watching.